contributor of Turn Left Media, Ben McLean. Ben, thank you for joining me. We've seen, of course, scenes up and down the country. Some of them still happening right now, but of course throughout the day today, with locals protesting against illegal migrant hotels and seemingly organised groups of people from organisations counter-protesting. You might have seen the clips there of Sophie Reaper, unfortunately, who was assaulted at that protest. These aren't going to end while this crisis doesn't abate, are they?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why anybody who supports this crisis ending should be supporting safe and legal routes for asylum seekers. That's the position which Zoe Gardner takes. That's the position which I take. The thing is they're not going to end by people protesting outside hotels. That's not how this works, right? The people protesting outside hotels are, frankly, a lot of the far right.
Well, I would suggest, been to some of these protests myself, Ben, most of the people you're calling the far right are local people who are very concerned about women and girls' safety. We've seen headline after headline the last few weeks exposing what is happening. And at the end of the day, the vast majority of them, I'm sure, are safe and lovely people, but it doesn't matter. One is enough, right? One is enough, and local people do deserve to have a voice. The far left have been bussed in to many places. They're not even locals. Look at Epping, they were busting back from the protest by police to the train station. What does that tell you about the left in these protests?
That's true of both the far right and the far left. I mean, Jez Stocking, who organised the Aldershot protest, is known for attracting ex-members of the EDL and the National Front. Like, I don't need to tell you that the far right are involved in this. And pretending that they aren't is not going to fly. I'm sorry, it's just not going to fly. My concern is, if you want to tackle violence against women and girls, I couldn't be far behind you. Let's go and read some Laura Bates. Let's talk to the Good Lad Initiative, who tackle toxic masculinity by putting on workshops with young men across the country.
With all due respect, it's not British. It's not. Ben, hang on. Your solution is to tell people to read books. We've got people who have landed in Britain illegally, and one of the first things the police have to do is tell them not to sexually assault people. Right? There is clearly an issue with the culture of people. There's clearly an issue with people coming to the country illegally who are not culturally compatible with people of Britain, and we can say that plainly because we've seen it time and time again. Well, where are all these headlines coming from, Ben? Where are all these headlines coming from? Are they just being made up?
Yes, I mean, in a literal sense, yes. You've got people like the Centre for Migration Control putting out bunk figures where they've essentially taken misinformation. What they've done is they've deleted note sections from the figures that they're citing.
So all the reports of rape and of sexual assault of children from the police are false, are they, Ben?
No, I didn't say that all of them were false, and don't misquote me. I did not say that all of them were false. Did I say that?
So some of the claims of sexual assault and children being sexually abused by immigrants, illegal migrants, beg your pardon, are false, are they? Some of them are.
Oh yeah, well, it's not necessarily that they're false. It's that in some cases, it's that charges are being misrepresented as convictions. It's that in some of the figures, for example, the 40% figure that keeps being bandied about, right, that foreign nationals are responsible for 40% of assaults within London. By the way, completely not true. Because the part of the problem was that a lot of those figures are duplicates. So the same person could be responsible for 5 of the charges. That's 5 charges brought against the same person, right? But it wasn't being represented that way.
OK, editor and contributor of Turn Left Media, Ben McLean, thank you for joining me and discussing this. I want to bring in, of course, my panel. I'm joined by contributing editor for Novara Media, Michael Walker, and acting deputy comment editor for The Telegraph, Poppy